In my personal opinion, I think a lot of women get sold a fairy tale version of a relationship, which is why they're the ones to break off the relationship most of the time. I think the fairy tale Disney version, Hollywood version of a relationship is what women have been sold. And so what happens is when you get into a relationship, you realize that it's actually work. It's not like you saw on a Disney program. It's not like you saw in Hollywood. It's not like the films told you. This is work. And a lot of women are like, well, this is not what I signed up for. I was sold that Prince Charming was going to come, sweep me off my feet, give me the great life, 2.4 children and a white picket fence and doves and rainbows and all this kind of stuff. And then you realize, hang on a minute, we got children, we got debts to pay. Do you know what I mean? We got a mortgage, all of this stuff. And I just think that a lot of women today have been sold a Hollywood ideal of a relationship, which is the reason why they're not just breaking off relationships, but breaking families apart.
Yeah, because to me, like, love shouldn't really matter when you have kids. Like, do you guys agree, disagree?
At what point does a woman have permission to leave a relationship because it's toxic? You know, I come from a 2-parent household, so I don't know if I can speak too tough on the subject. But if the relationship at home is breaking down, it's not working, what then would allow the woman to leave? Because children growing up in a toxic household can't be much better than people growing up with a single parent that's co-parenting well. You know, so like,
that's true.
when
but the numbers don't support what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the numbers, it's really clear. Single parent households are worse off than 2-parent households.
That's true.
And to me personally, I would say cheating, if it's like to the crazy, right? I think abuse for sure. But honestly, like, most things can be worked out. And if you're in a toxic relationship, like, you have to look internally, because it takes two to tango and you attract what you are.
Thank you.
So if you find yourself in toxic relationship after toxic relationship, it's something you have to look inside.
Like, you chose the partner. Like, like, everyone's getting away from this. You are allowed to you're allowed to choose who the kid, like, who the father of your kid is. So after complaining that he's a deadbeat is waste of time for my ears, because you chose him. You chose him. It's like saying, like, if say for example, men were the ones that have kids, would you like it if every time we had casual sex, you had the chance of getting pregnant and you had no say on whether or not your kid is brought into the world, whether or not your situation is all right, whether or not you're drunk and just having casual sex, whether or not it's like you have no control.
Then isn't that on you to choose who you sleep with?
But that's the same way for women, because you right. So if you
but the problem is women are incentivized to make bad decisions.
That's true.
So